Hey, how's it going? Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I'll forget to tell you every single time. So this year is almost over and we've done some really awesome things. But thankfully, I found Clark Keegley on YouTube and he taught me his sort of 6-in-1 journal method, right? And so on here, there are things that I want to accomplish, and it's like 20 plus YouTube videos before the end of the year, and it's already the end of the year. Moved to Illinois, okay, we just actually signed on a house in Illinois, and I mailed in all the documents yesterday, so that is really, really, really exciting. So there's a lot of cool information and how to build things with this journal, and it's going to help me stay focused and build my life and stay on top. But Clark Keegley is so awesome, and I don't know if I can say this, but go watch his videos. If you're not motivated, if you need a jump start on something, if you don't know how to organize your thoughts because everything's so jumbled, your internal dialogue just doesn't shut off, figure it out. That's helpful. I know a lot of people go, I can't journal, ADD. That's an excuse. You choose not to focus. Let me be quite clear with you. That is an excuse and that is a limiting belief. And I can't tolerate wasting my energy on people who feel like they can't do anything. I've wasted enough energy of my life feeling like I can't do anything. But things are now changing. Hopefully you're still sticking around because honestly, I really, really, really want to talk to you about shame. And I know I have another video on it already, but I wrote this thing and so I'm going to read it. All right. Shame is a funny thing. It often looks like a joke or a competition. So one of the things I saw on Facebook today was a statement. Ooh, proud parents, post your child's age down below. Yeah, don't do that shit, folks. Remember when we didn't tell our age on the internet, when we didn't give away our location, when we were actually private about our information? And so yes, Facebook and other social media platforms have been really, really great to get us connected. But mind you, social media mines your data. So every single form you fill out, it's just a thing to get you to put your information in, to coerce you to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Shame is kind of funny that way, okay? Shame also looks like only X kind of people do Y. If you want to be a Y person, you got to do X. You have to be an X kind of people. Maybe that is true, right? Only people with like a 600 credit score can qualify for a mortgage. So that one's not shame. That's just the way it is. So if you feel like that is a shame statement, then you need to better manage how you feel about credit and money and things like that. Here we go. People are afraid to speak up from like a shame joke or like a sarcastic statement because they don't want to be thought of as the one that can't take a joke. It turns out if you're the one who said something, you're the jerkwad, and your jerkwad statement was never a joke, and you're just hiding behind sarcastic wit. Look, if I trip because for whatever reason my feet don't know how to walk, and you go to me, walk much? Dude, come on. Of course I've been walking. I just tripped. We all make mistakes. So instead of like being a jerk, haha, walk much, you idiot, right? Just say, oh man, are you okay? That positiveness is going to go so much further than this negative shame drowning. Okay, folks? Be concerned for your neighbors. Life takes a village. You are not your own island village, okay? Like, awesome things happen when you can collaborate with awesome people. So the next thing is that sarcasm is a big ball of shame. And so I just covered that. Walk much is a very sarcastic statement for someone who trips, And the other thing is, if you tease a child, make sure you also tell them the truth. I know that sounds silly. I have this memory, and it's kind of personal, and it's weird. So I was doing the ABCs when I was a kid. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, la, la, la. Right, okay. So my uncle would always tell me that I did it wrong. I never knew. I never knew if it was right or wrong. I'm like learning it. Did I get it right? No, you messed up. Well, did I get it right? Like, oh, haha. But it turns out I did have it right. And this sort of mentality just taught me how to second guess myself from the time I was a child all the way, until like maybe the beginning of this year. So if you're going to tease somebody, also make sure you let them know that you are teasing and give them like a truth platform, because you can really like screw with people's heads. All right. So if you ever wonder why there are so many insecure people that we respond to with shame and sarcasm instead of corrective encouragements. So that's what I just said. If you're going to be a jokester, also, hey man, I'm just kidding. You did a really good job, right? Okay, so at least lay that foundation. But also we have all these ADD, ADHD, anxiety, like people going on, like all kinds of slew of mental health, insecurity, no value of confidence, people only seeking validation from other people in romantic relationships, which is like the stupidest thing, but you don't know that when you're young, no matter what. So instead of being shameful, use corrective encouragement. Hey man, are you okay? I saw you trip. Oh yeah, thanks for asking. Thanks so much. Have a good day. You too. Way better than, walk much. You see? All right. So listen, you guys, I realize that I run the risk of being called a snowflake or, what other sort of sensitive, soft shell, derogatory term you want to throw at me. But honestly, that phrase is just another shame tactic, right? So, ooh, you snowflake, you can't handle just a joke, ha ha ha, sarcasm. No, it's not sarcasm. You're being a jerk and you're hiding behind the veil of sarcasm, okay? So my mental health, top notch these days, okay? You can't gaslight me. Shame is kind of gaslighting, folks, like if you realize it or not. All right, so moving on. If you continue to hold a grudge or impose shame after you forgive someone, you need to talk to yourself and look inside of your heart, soul, maybe journal, okay? Put on a piece of paper, why do I feel shame in regards to blah, blah, blah. Be specific, right? And then just put your favorite song on, put some music on, light an incense, a candle, I don't know, bake something, and while your stuff is in the oven, maybe, whatever it is that you like to do to calm down. If you're having a drink, you're toking a bowl, whatever it is, journal, man. Figure out why you're holding these resentment feelings. No one can tell you but you. No one can tell you how you should feel or how you have to feel or how your feelings are unimportant because of somebody else's feelings. This is all shame and garbage, okay? So figure out how to let the shame that you are carrying personally around and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Right, whatever else it says, right? Let it go. If you are harboring resentment, you have not dropped that shame package and you have not healed. What people should do are based off of your learned examples of the people who raised you and people in your environment. But there is life outside of your environment and outside of your structure. So perhaps it could behoove you to learn and listen instead of being a judgmental, caged in, narrow-minded, claustrophobic, mentally view scope, okay? All right, so likely, if you're thinking, it's not my fault that they, hurt my feelings with whatever it was that they did. They should have done the right thing. All right, recap. The word should is a bad word. If you say should in a sentence, you need to reevaluate your words and actually figure out what you're trying to say, because you're not trying to say that you should brush your teeth. You're trying to say that your dental hygiene and the health of your overall body, and especially your mouth, are important, so you need to brush your teeth. Gingivitis causes teeth decay, and who knew? Really, right? Like, you kind of know that, but I was watching Ace Ventura, the second one, yesterday. My husband put that on, whatever. And he goes, don't you know that 100% tooth decay is caused by gingivitis? I never really thought it was super serious. I've always had a mild case of it my entire life. You know, like, I brush my teeth. I'm low maintenance. I thought it was a good thing, but along with making 20 videos, it's also my goal to be higher maintenance, because I think that's where the energy flows. And this is a transformation post, transformation thing, all right? So we covered that the word should is just for you, right? And then the other thing is the idea of doing the right thing. This is also a viewpoint only you share, because only you have your own life experiences. Only you know what you like and don't like, what you'll tolerate and not tolerate. And even if you share that with other people, you know, people are just sidetracked beings. You know, a lot of people try and some people just don't, and that's okay. But realize that the idea of doing something the right way is also relative to how you know how to do it. And maybe there's more than one way to, I don't know, what's a better phrase to say than skin a cat? I feel like that's so old and antiquated, but there's more than one way to complete a task, okay? There's more than one way to do the things, all right? So listen, don't be shameful. Try to use different words other than shame. Speak up for yourself. If somebody is hurting your feelings because they're being a jerkwad with their statement, tell them, hey, listen, you know, I appreciate your opinion, but that really hurts my feelings. Can we talk about something different? And we can have disagreements, and we can still be friends, and that is okay. And that's how you make the best friendships, is when you can have a little bit of turmoil and know that, okay, I can be me, and you can be you, but we can also respect and love each other. Let's see. The last thing I want to leave you with is, please don't be a victim. If you feel like people are always hurting your feelings, or maybe you're the one always hurting other people's feelings and you're a victim of some horrible other pre-life fate, you know, like everyone has a little bit of childhood trauma at minimum, okay? If you are the dependent or the codependent, if you are the narcissistic person, or if you're the codependent narcissistic person, like, you can be both. I encourage you also to use YouTube and find a wealth of information and find people who talk on your wavelength, okay? Love you guys. Mwah!